All right, I wanted to show you some examples of mutations that are on the market. And some people might think these are gaudy. They almost kind of look fake. But these are, I think, some of the most spectacular ones that I come across today at the garden center. Now, the mutations that I mostly find are unstable, which means that you grow it from seed, it's not coming back, and the next stem that shows up, it's going to revert back. But these that are on the market are actual stable mutations that have been found, and there's thousands of these mutations that are on the market. And this is just like blows me away, these colors that are in these plants. Now remember, when plants photosynthesize from the sun, it's usually the green chlorophyll, but something has happened, and I should look into it. Like, how are we getting these colors? I'm pretty sure that there are 4 layers of cells that make the leaf, right? There's 4 layers, and mostly all 4 of those layers are going to be green. And if you might have 3 green and 1 a different color, so that's where you get the variegation, which I'll show you later. But let me show you this. This is, I love gold. Aurea is Latin for gold, and it's my favorite color. Now this purplish black is really, it's very intriguing, very gothic looking, but proven winners, if you see that at the garden center, they have some of the most fabulous varieties. I mean, they've been scouring around and finding these magnificent mutations, and you can find these. Now this is a Deutzia called Chardonnay Pearls, and obviously the gold color is amazing. They got the white flowers there, and you can look at the tags. Chardonnay Pearls, it's a shrub, a Deutzia. Now this little puppy here is $50. I think it's in a 3-gallon container, but I love it. I mean, my Mutant Garden is this is what the plant material is going to be like. Some of the most incredible plant varieties that one collection will hold. Now this one is a new one that I found, and look at, it's a hydrangea, right? This was another $50. The name is amazing. They called it Eclipse. Hydrangea Eclipse. And look at the color. I would actually almost call it Dracula, because it's just so dark and sinister. Is that amazing? But I bought these to plant together because I love that contrast with the black and the golden color. Is that amazing? With the red flower. That would be great as Dracula, because that's the blood. So here's another one I bought. See, those were from the garden center. This one I bought mail order, and I just got this last week. But this is a Nepeta, which is a catmint. Look at the name of this one, Chartreuse on the Loose. Now chartreuse just means golden, like glowing. And you could see it's going to, I'm going to show a picture on the screen what it's going to look like. But you could see that gold in there. Put this like on the bottom of it. It looks more green now. I just put it in the ground. It just started growing. It's very wet here in Cleveland and cold. Now I'll show you this guy. This is a seedling of mine. That's a hosta. It's a seedling of one I think called Rumpelstiltskin. And it's gold. Not so puckered, but I love it. Now look at this one. This looks just like that Deutzia, but this is a Forsythia. Golden-leaved Forsythia. It doesn't bloom much, to tell you the truth, but it's grown mostly for that golden foliage. And it's just so intense. Look at the contrast between the soil. This one right here, look at this. This is a weeper. See the little reversion up there? I gotta cut that out, but this is a weeping lilac called Juliana Hers. Syringa is the genus, Juliana the species, and Hers. Now this one, I grafted this one myself, and you could see the little bump right there. See that knob right there? That's the graft union. And that's what's coming up is the just common vulgaris, the species. So that gets cut out, but look at that. That's a weeping, which is a form, pendula, mutation. This one hasn't bloomed yet, but this is a dark purple-leaved colored geranium. It's going to darken up with that sunlight. Look at that. That is a buddleia, butterfly bush, called Evil Ways, which has got the gold foliage. Gold is my favorite color. So in the Mutant Garden, there is just going to be a ton of gold plants. And there's hundreds of them. Now look at this. This is a nice size already. It's about like almost 3-4 foot across. This is a coral bell, heuchera. And there's one called Lemon Mist or something lemon, but you can see it's got the golden color to it. There's all kinds of coral bells with fascinating leaf patterns, colors, and everything. This is a variegated Weigelia, and it's in bloom over there. But remember I told you about the 4 leaf layers, the colors, the cells, and each one is a different color, and that's what creates the variegation. Right next to it, it's a fabulous mutation. This is the weeping cut leaf Japanese maple. So there's actually 2 mutations in it, the weeping form and the dissected leaves. Great contrast between the Weigelia and the Japanese maple. Now another mutation is double flower, which is Flora plena. And this is a clematis. Look at this one right here. This one is outrageous. There might be like over 100 petals in that. Here's another one. This is a Brunnera, or a Chinese forget-me-not. And this one is called Jack Frost. And look at the leaves. They got that silver in it. Nothing on the other side, but isn't that great? And see, it's stable because if you look in the rocks over here, you get little seedlings that are true. Now this one has been on the market forever. This is a variegated Weigelia. Actually, this has been on the market forever. This is actually a variegated euonymus. And see the reversions in it? It goes back to where it came from, where it sported from. So that's got to be culled, or else it'll take over. And then we have, grown like mad, is a golden leaf sedum. It'll get, with the more sunlight, the brighter they get. I mean, who wouldn't love a mutant garden with these plants? Now here's another one. This is a variegated dogwood. This is more of the shrubby one. This isn't the tree. Right underneath it, we got the variegated comfrey. I think this one's called Goldsmith. And look at that, you could see the layers right there. This a perfect actually, I thought this leaf was ripped. But remember I said 4 layers of cells? That's the one that has all 4 layers that are green. This must be maybe 3 layers, 1 layer green, 3 layers yellow, And there's the dark yellow right there. It's just a masterpiece. And then you got some purple hens and chicks, sempervivum. Here's another color right here. They're closing up because they're cold. This is a variegated reed. Isn't that amazing? Great contrast. This is called a tradescantia. Look at that, gold leaves, purple flowers. And then in the sun, these petals will just melt away. This is a new one that I got last year from seed I grew. It's pokeweed. Pokeweed usually has green leaves. And this is yellow. It's almost like it's a gamma glow. I bought this one a couple years ago. This is a variegated witch hazel. And then right behind it, it is a variegated hydrangea. This Mutant Botanical Garden will blow your mind if you're into plants, I'll tell you that. And I just have the tip of the iceberg of the collection. I wish it was open to show you, but this is a peony with variegated flowers, red and white stripes. Can't wait for that to open up. If you look in here, here's my variegated daylily. And what's wild on this one, almost the leaves are half-seas, half white, half variegated. Half white, half variegated. Half white, half variegated. And that's a nice big old clump. Some are kind of getting out of hand that I got to actually get rid of. Look at this one. This is a golden-leaved vinca vine. And look at it, took over the golden garden. Actually, it took over my mutant garden. I gotta dig it all out or else it's gonna be the whole yard is that. Last but not least, look at this variegated iris. It's grown like really good. And actually look at the flower stem is variegated. Is that amazing? And then look at it, it's blooming. My variegated iris. Look at even the flower buds are all variegated. And there's the bloom on it, the variegated iris. I got names on these, but they're buried in the weeds because I haven't been able to weed it out this year, but I'm going to get to it. So just give you an example that there are tons of these mutants out there. They're on the market. They are expensive, but when I get this collection together, it's going to blow your mind. You just got to help me out. Donate below. There's links below. Donate. Please donate. See how this is glowing? I bought this last year. This is the Chinese forget-me-not, but this one's called Gold Heart because instead of the variegated leaves like that Jack Frost, they're gold. And look at even the seedlings are coming true. You could spot it out right here. All right, here's two that I wanted to highlight, more that I bought from the garden center. Look at this gold on this. You got to wear glasses when you're looking at this stuff. Now this one is a Caryopteris, common name Bluebeard. Look at that gold giant. It's gonna look amazing with those purple flowers on it. And look at this. This is I think a miniature bamboo, is it? It's spectacular golden blades. This is just a grass, I think. Yeah, a forest grass, but look at the name of it. It's called All Gold. How original, but check that out. Up against that green grass, that contrast. So I'm just going goofy over gold, but can you blame me? Here's some in my collection that I grew from seed. This is called Millium effusium. This is a cool grass too. I was actually thinking about making a lawn out of this. Can you imagine, instead of green lawn, you'd have gold? So that's kind of cool. Now look at this sedum. Is this crazy? This one they named Frosted Fire because of that variegation on it. And look at the one next to it. It's got some purple blooms on it. The bloom is that cast, not the flower, but look at that sedum. Frosted Fire. And look at a pure gold leaf. There's so much good stuff out here. Look at this one. This one's called Heliopsis. But they grow it for the leaf. Is that bizarro or what? This one is called Sunstruck. False sunflower. They don't grow it for the flower. They grow it for that awesome foliage. This is a lobelia. Look at that, purple leaves. Queen Victoria. It's a lot darker in person, that's for sure. Purpurea. Now, if you like purple, look at this. This is a Weigelia. But look at this. It's almost black. This is an elderberry. And of course, look at right next to it, they got a gold one. Looks like a fern, a golden fern. These are elderberries. And look at this one. This is a Rosa Sharon. Variegated leaves. This one is called Lucy. Light purple flowers, but this is just amazing. Look at this. Variegata. Now this is one of my favorites. This is a smoke bush, but this one's got the golden foliage. Now this one is called Golden Spirit, and of course they have the purple one right next to it. Gotta love them. Now this is really cool. This is a yucca plant, but look at it, it's variegated. These are very expensive. That's so awesome. Look at this combo. Golden Aurelia. And then this is a black-leaved, I think it's a mondo grass. Now this is cool. This is kind of two mutations in one. This is a purple-leaved redbud, but look at it, it's a weeper. Weeps like an umbrella. And then look at, here's the golden form of it. Looks like a gold heart. And then this is one of my favorite maples, Norway maple, gold leaves. This one is called Princeton Gold. And then you got your purple cherries, it looks like. Actually, it's not a cherry, it's something else. I'm pretty sure a pink dogwood is a mutant because normally they come with white flowers. But look at the size of this one. This dogwood is called Venus. It's almost as big as my hand. I would have that in the Gigantea garden. Is that amazing? Look at that. And actually, look at that. It's supposed to have 4 petals on it. This one, look at it, it's got a 5th. Actually, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 petals. So there you go. Look, I just found a mutant just like that. Extra petals. Wow, I just come across more and more. Look at this. This is a Kusa dogwood. But look at it, it's got the variegated foliage. I wish I could buy them all. I had to do this one. Look at this. This is a river birch. A variegated river birch. They called it, what is it? Shydor Splash. This is just amazing. I'm just blown away. Actually, I looked at the tag. It's called Shiloh Splash. This would be one of the first things I would get for the variegated garden. Remember, help me build this thing. Donate, donate, donate. Help me. And last but not least, because I could go on forever, this is the tricolored beech. This is a nice tree. It's about, say, 6 feet tall. But look at the price on this guy. $240. Tricolored beech. You could buy smaller varieties, but this is just amazing. So that's it. Tons of mutants out there. Now some are hybrids. You know, some are hybrids, so they're not mutants, but they definitely look like mutants. These are just chance discoveries. And now these things are like little gems in the garden. Tricolored beech. They go on and on and on. I wanted to show this mutation is a columnar Norway maple. Crimson Century. Because look at, the mutation is it only grows straight up. They don't grow side shoots. They do, but the side shoots grow up. If you have a narrow spot, that's the one for that. Look at that. And look at this one, a variegated willow. Pink tips. So they just pack them in. The mutants are all the rage. Look at this hosta. Lipstick blonde. It's amazing. Golden bleeding heart, my favorite. Look at the coral bells. I had to show you this one. This one's called Pinball Wizard. It's a dianthus. Is that amazing or what? I think I'm gonna have to buy this one. Dianthus Pinball Wizard. It's a carnation, and it's just amazing. All right, look what we got here. Variegated roses. This is so cool. This is All American Magic. This would definitely, there could be just a whole garden just on variegated flowers. Look at this rose. Purple stems, purple leaves, purpurea. There's another rose, variegated flower rose. This is called Winning Streak. Is that a good name or what? Okay, here is a variegated flowered peony. This one is called Kirin Maru. And I'm actually disappointed. I'm gonna have to write to the company because look at, it's actually variegated on the back side. See that? The buds are variegated. This is the one that I was gonna wait to open. But if you look at the center, look at this. They're not variegated in the middle, except the petals on the outside are. And it's not supposed to be like that. I got 3 blooms on it. Here's the other one, look at this. Pink in the middle, but it had the variegated petals on the outside. So I don't know if this is this could be a seedling. I'm gonna write to the company because you pay good money for these plants, and when they don't come true, that's a real bummer. But here is the variegated flower on the peony. Now look at this. This is really cool, kind of rare. This is the variegated leaf lily of the valley. I just have like 1 or 2 plants of this, but look at this patch over here. And isn't that variegation striking? So a friend had this. I didn't know they had such a big patch. Incredible. Now this is going to have the white flower. I think it'll be an added bonus if they get the pink flower in here. Now I don't know the name of this clematis, but look at this double. Is that a whopper? What, 200 petals on that? And here is it in full glory. And look at this, we got either a reversion or a new mutant. Is that wild? Here's that Japanese grass, but look, instead of all gold, it's variegated. And then look at this coral bell. It's got like an apricot leaf color. And then you got the variegated hydrangea, another type of coral bell. Nice little combo. Of course, hostas are famous for variegated leaves. Look at this massive collection of them. But the real find Look at this one, they call it striptease. The real find is this hellebores I just came across. And look at its sporting variegation on it. It's not the greatest, but it is starting. So you grow the seedlings out and maybe they'll contain the variegation in it. Pretty cool find. I wanted to throw this in here. Look at this. This is the tricolored beech, right? See, it's got that purple in it. Beeches usually have green leaves. Now look at this. This is a purple leaf. I thought it was maybe grafted on a purple one, but no, it's not. Look at this. If you follow this back, it goes to this branch right here. See that Y? And if you go to this side, there it is. Look at that. You got two mutations actually on the same tree. Tricolored beech, purple leaf beech. Is that wild? I've never seen that before. It's almost black.